so let's talk about basic 45 tosses. So a basic 45 toss for me is just something that moves directly through one plane. There's no complexity through it. There's no different releases. There's no down and up. There's no swing. There's no nothing. It's just straight up, both hands moving at the same time to go directly to a point to release a 45. So for this one, we're gonna go ahead and start with that right hand on the hip. That left hand is gonna be straight forward. This is extremely important, making sure that this left hand is straight forward. You don't wanna pull it across the body like this or push it out here. You wanna make sure that it's directly forward. So now from here, you're gonna take the flag and you're gonna move it to flat in front of your eyes. So you're just like this, and that right hand was over, left hand is under at that cheater tape. And from here, you're gonna go straight up. And it's gonna go behind my head, and those hands crossed, or sorry, those hands are just straight up, right hand is up, left hand's behind my head. So again, so now from here, I'm gonna go directly up to here. So my left hand's gonna shoot behind my head, my right hand's gonna go directly up. So again, I went 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. So now I move through that direction. So now let's try to do it in 2. So we're gonna go 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome, let's try it again, and I'll do it from this way so you can kind of see the angle of my flag. I go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and then 3, 4. And notice that my flag is straight out to that 45, kind of like that unicorn shape. So again, 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's do it in 1. So exact same thing, but now we'll do 1, 2, 5, and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. And again, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. Awesome. So if you are seeing yourself pass through that flat, you want to make sure that you are not, I'll face the side so you can see my silk. You want to make sure that you're not scooping under to go to flat, and also not going over to go to flat. You want to make sure that you are slicing and your right hand is going directly to that point, not doing this, but going directly there to flat, and then same thing, you're going directly behind the head. You're not scooping under to go in or scooping over to go to there. You're going straight up from there. So now I'm gonna do all those things that I just detailed in one swift motion all together. I'm just gonna let my flag go. So I'm gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 3. And you're gonna catch that flag on the other side of your body. So again, I'm gonna scoop back, see what the flag does above my head. I go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 3 to grab that flag. So notice that it really does stay in that 45 plane, and it's rotating in that plane to then grab on this side of my body. So make sure you're used to kind of seeing your flag in that direction. Let's go ahead and try it again. We go 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. And then for me, just the basic form of it, I like to keep my hands in that same position. But if you want to do something fancy, you can either take your hands down, or you can bring your hands out, or you can bring both hands up. You can kind of do whatever you want under your toss. Just make sure that you're releasing like this first and getting all the way to these points before the hands move. So don't do this, because then you see how crazy the plane of my flag happens, or it goes. I go here. You see that? But rather than going up and open, grab. Make sure you always do the toss, then do whatever trick or movement or anything else under your toss that you're doing after you finish out the full technique. So now we're gonna go ahead and add a carve to it. So we're gonna go 5, 6, and 7, 8, and we just carve in front of us, and then we do the same thing. We go past flat and all the way up. So now let's try that. 5 and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. And again, 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. And now you see that now we're making it a little more advanced, so I am personally bringing my hands down the whole time. So again, 5 and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. So now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and take a right foot step all the way across. I'm gonna step on this side, and now I'm gonna let the flag, how I caught it here, facing the front. I just literally step my right foot. I don't even track my flag really. I just step my right foot in, and I'm perfectly set up to be there. So I go 5 and 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. And I'm facing the back to grab. So those are 3 different versions of this 45 toss. You have this, just the basic version where you're kind of learning how to do it, and 1 and 3. Then you have the carve version, 1, 3, and 5. Then you have the carve with the step, 1, 3, and 5. And then all of those versions you'll probably encounter in your color guard career, so make sure that you know all of them. And then from here, I can also grab behind my back if I wanted to. So I can go carve, and do that same release. And then you see where I grab right here. But now instead of grabbing here, I'm gonna take that right hand all the way around my back to grab, oh my God. I'm gonna take that right hand all the way behind my back, just like that, to catch. And my hand is under so that my flag can land in that hand. So now I'll show you with the carve. I go 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. And it's right behind my back, and I caught with my left arm up. You can honestly put this arm wherever you please. But yeah, if you have any questions at all, I do understand that 45s are a very confusing topic, and a lot of people do them different ways. A lot of people go through different angles and have different techniques. This is my version and my method that I teach my kids as I'm doing it. But yeah, if you have any questions at all, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram. Thanks.